Are we live and is it working? Chunky Monkeys, hi everybody, crafty caravanners. I'm here on the phone. Oh, we've got a few in already. Graham Patterson, how you doing, buddy? We're trying YouTube rather than StreamYard because StreamYard, it was, I'll put the big light on. How's that? Or is that too bright? It was blocking, it was freezing a lot. I don't know why. Maybe it's because I was using StreamYard to do the actual video. Mark Mangan, hi up, Simon. The good thing is we've got some moderators in, so we don't need to worry now. That's great. I hope you can see my candles. Camperman Gaz's badge. And I think Tony and Sarah got me. I've just had a brew. And I call it Trevor's Cup. It's Poshcat Camping. So I've just had a coffee. Sue sat watching me on a widescreen TV. I said to her, you should come in the van and do the live with me. Can see you now. So can you hear me okay? Is the sound coming through? They're on. Let's have a look. You see them? I've got blue at this side, right? And then red over there. I've put the lights on at the back of the van so you can see how big the van is. Crafty Caravanners, evening Simon. Pete Wood, yes. Loud and clear, that's good. Sound is good. Helen and Jeff on the road. The only downside to being on YouTube, I can't put the your comments across the screen. Manchester Van Life. Hiya, Smithy, mate. How you doing, buddy? I hope you're nice and warm tonight. I've had the heating on. I've turned it off so you can hear me. But I did have it on for an hour before. Howard Croston. Hi, Smithy. All's good. The camera and the lights. The only trouble is this light, right? It's that one. You know, the portable one. That'll go off in a bit. But anyway, it should last over an hour, whatever. For the love of caravans, at Smithy's Kontiki. Derek Young. Hi, Simon. That's good. Manchester Van Life. I'm good, man. I don't know if you're like me. YouTube keep putting subtitles on my videos. Come from Lancashire. Nobody understands me. Blake's 4 on tour. The Vanisher. Susie cut my hair. Yeah, I bought a thing, didn't I, with a shaver to do it. So I had 0.5 round here, and then she got a number 3 on top or something. That's why I wore a cap in last live, because I thought, oh, look, all right, Trump. Captain Fantastic. I've got a question of yours. What I did, I was in a park and I just did a quick, 30 odd second video. And I said, let's do the end of the Kontiki live because I can't go anywhere. And I thought, I'm going to sit in the van and I might as well do it live. So that's what I decided to do. And what else could you do on a Sunday night? So we've got a couple of questions. One is from Chunky Monkeys. Where's your thing at? I should have shown you really. The dogs have been into your... So they've been eating them. Sheila Cotsgrave. Hi, Smithy. Nice to see you're finally doing a live. This is my 4th live, believe it or not, but it was over a year ago that I did one. Same here, yeah. So Manchester Van Life, he gets subtitles on his videos as well. It's good because YouTube are American, isn't it? Nobody knows what we're saying. Pete Wood, Smithy, give a big hi to the wife. She loves you. She's called Pat. Hiya, Pat. You all right, Pat? Sarah Bonnick. Hiya, Grandad from Luke. How are you doing? Even grandkids are in. Sir Brian. Hello, Smithy, my old mucker. Hello, sir. I always call you sir when I reply. Stephen B. Nice to hear Emmerdale accent. I'm in Kent. Who was I watching today? I was watching a video today, and I commented and I said, it's like watching Coronation Street. I don't know, it wasn't being my history, won't it? It's that couple. I think he was in the Navy, to be honest. The only trouble is in my history on YouTube, it'll be a million. Scudo Camper, I watched him as well. In fact, I watched loads of his today. Where are we at? First drone test. Caravantastic. Fantastic. Yeah, I watched that. Where are we at? Oh, I'll tell you what I watched as well. I watched Alex making his walnuts. His wife called it a loaf. No, she called it a cake and he called it a loaf. Oh, there they are. Robin Lynn on tour. They absolutely crack me up. He does anyway. Okay, you can tell though, it's all right him having a laugh with his wife. You can tell that she's the boss, right? I've sussed you out, mate. She's the boss, just like my wife's the boss of me. We can't hide that, can we? Right, let's have a read of a few comments. Where in Bolton is your family from? Sheila, Cotsgrave. Let's just hold the comments a second. Let's go back. I don't know if you know Chorley Hall Road. There's a Morrison's there now, but it used to be a big factory. And some of the side streets off there is where my family are from, or my mother's side. They lived in the same house for years and years and years. And then my uncle moved to a new house, and then he passed away in that new house. But yeah, my mum had, obviously she grew up there, so she had friends. She's still got friends there anyway. Tammany Lane, Hamish the Motorhome. Big shout out for us in Scotland. I love Scotland, you know I do. Hey. Hitch Up and Toe. Hi, Graham Patterson. Captain Fantastic, you will have to put a list of your favourite channels up so we can have a look. I'm going to do that, you know, and show you I'm subscribed to and who I watch. I've told you about Steve Wallace, but yeah, I watch loads. Who have I just watched? The Urban Motorhome. He's stopping in a hotel or something. I've just watched him. I saw Gaz in the shower, yeah. The only thing is, I was going to comment on it and put, when you put the hooks in the roof, I'd forget me. I'd go to the toilet at night. I'd be scraping all my head off. Got any new gadgets? No, not yet. I'll tell you what I have done. I don't know if you've noticed in my YouTube, not the comments, where I can comment. There's some Amazon links to things what I use. And anyway, if somebody clicks one of them links and then goes on to buy something else, I get the commission. So although it costs none of us anything, I think on £100 spend, I would get like £2.50 or something. I'm up to about £40 now, but what I'm doing it for is to buy gadgets that don't cost anything. Anyway, it was just one way of getting stuff that didn't cost me anything, and I don't have to ask you to get for anything. Hitch Up and Toe. Hi for the love of Karen. Stephen B. Got any new gadget? No. 46 viewers. That's good, that, isn't it? 15 thumbs up. Right, look. The wife's defo the boss. She told me. My wife is the boss. Chunky Monkeys. Kelly has said she's getting Benji and George a Christmas present. We're animal lovers. We have a Chihuahua. Do you know what? They're the nicest dogs you could ever wish to meet, aren't they? They're individual characters. That's what they are. Sheila's near Nortex Mill. Which Bolton was full of mills, wasn't it? It was a mill town. Thumbs up. Crafty Kind of Runners, Mark and Coral. Manchester Van Wife, the Vanisher. Simon, can you swap one of your dogs with my Irish Wolfhound? No. George doesn't leave my side, believe it or not. She's a female Chihuahua, teacup Chihuahua, short-haired. She does not leave my side at all. Keith Smith. I'm Smithy, but I don't have are you going to say Kontiki there? What coffee are you drinking tonight? To be honest, I've just had a brew, and it was Aldi's own make, and we went shopping at Aldi's today, so I'm on Aldi's at the minute. But you know, if I make it in the van, I've got the fresh coffee to make. 46 viewers. It wouldn't all fit in the van. You wouldn't, Stephen. But if we all got a load of chairs that stuck the awning out, put the outside light on, we could have a fire going and all sit in a big semicircle around it, couldn't we? Yeah. If I was a betting man, when do I think campsites will open again? Well, you know that my wife works on a holiday park, and they are getting their mobile homes ready to be reopened. So I don't know if that's an indication of what's going to happen, but I would suggest sometime in April, I would think. They can't keep the country locked down forever. I think the more people that get the immunity or the injection, then they can start to sort things out. I haven't had it yet, to be fair. We're going a bit quick there. Have you got a date and location set? Do you know Smithy Fest, right? I was thinking about what you said. I'd love to get in touch with Lancaster City Council and say, right, can I rent the car park on the promenade? And we'll have an organizer there that only lets camper vans in for a weekend. We'll charge him 20 quid. We'll get some toilets, mobile toilets and a burger bar and everything. If we make a profit, we'll give it all to lifeboats. And can you imagine what they say? Oh, you need a carnival license. You'd have to have this. Like, we'll just do it somewhere quietly without anybody knowing. But yeah, that'd be great. That. Sheila, my husband Chris is the boss of me, and he has my permission to say so. Yeah, exactly. That's it. That's how it should be. My Simon thinks he's the boss of Vicky, but he ain't. Tony thinks he bosses Sarah about. John's the same. None of them are in charge. Did you try that coffee I suggested? I can't remember what you said. I've got Liam the Terrible's coffee, although I should have got his stronger one, really. Evening, Smithy, Dave and Helen on board. Smithy, send me your details. I'll send you a sticker. I will do. I'll find your email and I'll send it to you. Although if you want one from me, I'm like you, because I watched one of your videos and it takes me forever to send stickers out. So, yeah. But hey, you've sewn your van today. What a shame. Believe it or not, I took mine, I started it up, I've turned it round, so I'm going to have to turn it back round after, because I'm plugged into the mains at the minute, because I had the heating going. My heating, I've got a new video coming out about Tuesday, I think I'm going to put it out, and it's filling the safe fill gas bottle for £9. I've got a 10-kilogram bottle, I filled it to £9. I thought my solar had run out and all sorts. I was looking in the book, why is my heater not working? I did everything, I went online, and I had no gas, that's all it was, no gas. Yeah. Right, let's have a look. I know some campsites are open in March. Right, that's good. We can still socially distance, can't we? That's the thing. Keith Smith, great idea for camping to raise money. Well, yeah, why not? And lifeboats is it's close to my heart anyway. I lost 2 friends, believe it or not, I was very young. Will you be doing more outside cooking? Do you know what? I've got a series of videos, right, that I've been planning with Vicky. And I think Vicky picked the thing out of the hat, didn't she? And I'm going to call it, I might even do it with Sarah as well. If my daughter-in-law, the other daughter-in-law, if they can do it, anybody can. So I said to Vicky, I said, you might end up, right, outdoor cooking on a bush box stove, metal detecting, canoeing. There's all sorts of things that they can do. What I'll tell them how to do it, flying the drone. If they can do it, anybody can. That's not to say that Vicky's not intelligent. She's not intelligent. she's going to be watching. But if Vicky can, anybody can. And then if Sarah can, anybody can do it. Although Sarah will just get on with it, I suppose. She'll probably teach me some stuff because she's good at baking, is Sarah. Right, let me just read you these 2 questions I've got. What about that secret car park with a brick burger stand? Brick burger stand where you go? Oh, yeah. Well, exactly, yeah. We don't have to tell anybody. I'll just message people and say, right, I'm stopping there overnight at Caton. Yeah, that'd be great. Yeah, an unused bit of land or a farmer. To be honest, Chris, right, I've been running my motor on for an hour, but it can suck the exhaust up. So you're better off driving it now and again if you can, and blow it out, like I've said, 2,500, 3,000 revs now and again. But my van has not done a lot of miles. I'm only on like 39,000 miles or something, or 40,000 miles on mine. Vicky's watching, look, she's put, I have my blonde moments, it's true. That's why I said, we'll do a series. If Vicky can, anybody can. Safe fill plus 1 colour, best of what? Yeah, it is. Of course it is. I'm glad I got my safe fill bottle. It was costing me £35 to fill up a 7.5 kilo colour gas. It's now costing £9, although it was a bit expensive where I went. I couldn't drive to Morrison's, it's too far. £9 to fill up at 10 kilograms. Yeah, where's the thumbs up? Manchester Van Life. Right, let's read these 2 questions I've got. I don't know if you noticed, the short I didn't let you comment on it. I turned comments off because I wanted the comments to be in here rather than on there. Because otherwise I'd be reading this and missing all you out. That was what I wanted to do. Right, Chunky Monkeys, I can't comment on your recent short video. That's why I did it. I turned comments off, so you'd have to come on here. It's all up here, mate. I told you that. Right, let's have a look. Yeah, I've been to my van today and was searching for my leisure battery and I can't find it. I had the same problem when I got this van, believe me. So your van is an Auto Trail Apache 634U. So if anybody knows the answer to this question, put it in the comments for him. It is very similar to layout to yours, mate, and I was wondering if you or any viewers know there any hiding places where my leisure batteries could be. My leisure batteries are under each seat, believe it or not. I have 2, one under each seat, and that's where mine are hiding. So check under your seats. David Beats, take us out for a run. There's plenty of us to do. Well, exactly, yeah. Hello to caravanning with our Westies. Crafty caravanners. I don't know what that means, but it's a unicorn. I like that. Hello, Carol. Cheers. Yeah, they are. I think it's under the front seats like mine, because that's where mine are. My new camper doesn't have a split charger, only a solar charger for laser battery. I don't know about split chargers. It was Posh Cat's Camping, Trevor, I've just had a brew in his cup. And because I thought that my heating wasn't working because of the leisure batteries, I thought I'll go and buy a generator and charge everything up. But Trevor said if you drive your van or start the engine, it will start to charge your leisure batteries. Mine does it automatic. So I've been lucky, really. My van has bought it, which is why me and Sue bought it. It's the same layout as our caravan, believe it or not. But we bought it because it absolutely had everything. It had alloy wheels, bike rack, ladder rack, roof rack. It had solar panels. It had everything. Off grid instantly. In years to come, my glasses are going to be about that thick, aren't they? Try to read stuff. Mine is under a board on the kitchen, near the floor in the kitchen. Yeah, I have a hatch there, and it's for the pump, for my water. I can flick a switch and all my water drains out, which is what I do before winter comes. So I don't fill it up again till after winter. I wasn't sure whether my heating would work without having water in the system, but I researched it online. I read the book and everything. You don't need water, so I'm fine. And it was absolutely red hot before. I had it on for an hour, and when I came in the van, I turned it off. But I have got this just in case, so I can put that on. Right, I've got the little thing so I can tell if it's leaking gas or out, and it won't make any noise. Have you adjusted the mileage for your Kontiki insurance for this year? I haven't done anything with insurance. I just let them carry on. We have 3 vehicles, me and Sue. So I won't even know I was insured. I think it's Spitfire for the van. But apart from that, I can't remember the car. It just comes up on my phone when I need to redo it. Yeah. I end up driving about. Oh, you're not insured. I'm taking your car. Oh, thanks. John and Mandy just installed. Do you know what? If you want to learn anything electrical or anything, go to that John and Mandy, and I think he's got a separate channel as well for all about. He's a whiz at it. If I ever see him, I'll quiz him for hours. I run him home for a couple of hours, no problem. Yeah, well, I do. Yeah, it's better if you can move it, because what'll happen is your brakes will seize. If you can park it level and put something under your wheels, take your handbrake off, because it will seize after a while. That's a good tip there. Caravantastic, where is the best place you've been in the Kontiki? It's got to be, well, to be fair, the Lake Districts of Scotland are the best places, but I actually enjoyed, we went to Whitby, then we went to a place called Saltburn, and I actually like Saltburn, the funicular that goes down there. Sue had the dogs, and she says, oh, I'll just walk up. I said, well, I'm going on this. So I went on the thing, and Sue walked. She was knackered when we got to the top, but I was all right. I videoed it as well. I think it's in one of the videos. And I was drinking at a pub across the road, right? Sue was watching horror films. She said, oh, you go and have a pint. I said, all right then. So I walked round town, had a few pints, went to a pub across the road, and I was sat outside and I was drinking, and this bloke said, hey, pal, you're not local. I said, no, I live in Lancashire, like. He said, oh, where are you stopping tonight? And I pointed to my van. I said, there. He went, no way. I said, yeah. Parked up prom. There was a guy next to me. I was talking to him. He'd been parked up for about 3 months and just knocking on doors, painting and decorating. He'd been there 3 months, parked up prom. If anybody wants a way to earn any money because you're in a van, go to auctions. Me and Sudi, we went to auctions at Stockport. Simon Charles, I could take £600-700 on a Saturday, £600 or £700 on a Sunday. Trust me, it's easy. All you need is a few 100 quid, go to auction, wait while everybody spent the money, buy everything for next to nothing, and sell it in your van. Sell it cheap, car boot from your van. Do you know, I was thinking, John, about a diesel heater, but I'm undecided now. Do you do your own oil filters? Well, what I did, I bought the oil and I bought the filters. Then I did my back in, and my grandson was pushing me in a wheelchair for weeks and weeks, wasn't he? So at that time, I went to a garage and he drained the oil and then put the oil in that I gave him, which I run this on Castrol Magnatex, believe it or not. And so I got them to do it. But Otherwise, yeah, I'd have done it myself. But I just, because I'd done my back in and I was in a wheelchair, I couldn't get on. I couldn't do it, so I had to get somebody to do it. I think they charged me £25, and I give them a fiver tip. Uh, would diesel heaters not smell? No, because you have the heater out. You have the heater bit outside, so the exhaust is outside. Or you can have it inside, but the exhaust will go outside. If you can smell it, there's something wrong with it. Yeah, Greg Virgo, he's another good channel, you know. I think he went away with John and Mandy on tour, didn't he? I watched him when they went to Gibraltar and that. Well, they are, John's telling you. They don't have a smell because they have an exhaust. Right, look, I've got another question that I should answer. Is it from Captain Fantastic? Do you know what? There's I don't want to upset anybody, but there's a scrapyard near me, and I've been going to that scrapyard with my neighbour Raymond and my two uncles and all that since I was a kid. You know, like 10 years of age. And my Simon has actually been fined for parking his car the wrong way around on a street everywhere, giving tickets out for parking face the way traffic's going. So they give tickets out to everybody. But he needs a car battery to start his car, turn it round. Anyway, so I went to this local scrapyard that he's been going for all my life. And there's a sign on thing saying, because of COVID, but sure, I thought, oh, fair enough. I found out today he passed away. Oh, what a shame. 76 he was. So, but yeah, everybody in Morecambe and Lancaster had gone there for years. Most of the cars running around here have got stuff from him. So it's just, you know, that was a bit sad, really. Anyway, right, Captain Fantastic. Hiya, Smithy. Some great stuff there. I only have great stuff, Captain. Grandkids are wanting everything I've got. They cost me a fortune. I keep ringing people up, wanting grandkids will answer. Have you got any money? Question for this month's Kontiki. What equipment do you use for metal detecting? And what would be the best for someone just starting out? Well, the simplest equipment is what I had when I first started, which was a metal detector, a bag to put the stuff in. And we used to have a towel, right? A white towel. You could put the towel down, dig out a horseshoe, and when you flick the horseshoe over, your coin is either in that horseshoe or just dig a bit more out and put it onto the towel. And the reason being, you could get your coin or whatever you found, empty it back in the hole, put the horseshoe back. You couldn't tell you'd been. And that's why we did it that way. Yeah, Ken Allen. That's who's passed away. Yeah, Ken Allen. What a shame. You want one of the Ace metal detectors. I can't think what you call them. They're about 150 quid. And there's a basic detector that'll detect a coin up to about 3 inches, 4 at a push. That's what you want. You know, basic, and you can get them second hand on all over the place for like £100. And all you'd need is that, a bag for your fines to put your, you know, like a bum bag to put your fines in, and a trowel. That's all you'd need. Near Bannontine's Old Health Centre, Morecambe. Brill views. Well, do you know what? That I did a lot of videos from there, the old health centre, the old. If that's where you mean on the prom, I've done a lot of videos there. What's your best magnet fishing find? I've only done it once. I can only do it once. After that, they emptied the canal, cleaned it all out, and then we were locked down. It's just funny times, isn't it? John Bate, I hope I haven't missed anybody out. John Bateman, a good meetup when we can all get out is Willow Fields at Haxley. £5 per person per night. That sounds good. No power, but toilets and water, etc. And a big field, ideal for a meetup. That'd be good, that, wouldn't it? I'd meet up anywhere, me. And like I said to you, when we're not locked down and we can go out, I'll just leave a message all over the place and say, right, I'm going to be here. So if anybody wanted to say hello, get some stickers and all that, you're more than welcome. If I can make you a coffee, I will do. What's your favourite gadget? My favourite gadget's got to be my phone, and it, believe it or not. No, I love my kayak, right? It's an Intex 2-seater. I have 2 of them, and although I've given one to Tony, and the bush spot stove, I love that for outdoor cooking. And then obviously the metal detector. Magnet fishing can come into its own if I find something. All these things I've got is just that when we're out in the van, I need something to do, me, because I have to keep occupied. So, you know, that was the reason why I got so much stuff. But I haven't got all this stuff at once. I've accumulated it over a period of time. So, you know, Will you be carrying Sheila? Will you be carrying on doing lives after? Yeah, why not? I don't see why we can't do the Ask the Kontiki live all the time. Yeah, I don't see why not. And I'll tell you what, though, although I advertised that I was going live before I went live, I wasn't nervous. I wasn't as nervous as I was the first time I did it when I was with Andy. Many Fun Adventures. Keith Smith, we're local to you at Sline. Just bought her something. Let her see. I'm not sure. Yeah, Sline's not far. Nice place to live as well. Caravan Fantastic. Is there a gadget you haven't got that you really want? Well, I've got the drone, haven't I? I like flying the drone. No, there's nothing I want. I've got it all, really. I have what I want. I got the black light, didn't I? So I can go black light, you know. The reason I got the metal detectors again is because I've got the gold panning equipment, right? The sluice, I've got the buckets, I've got this everything to do with gold panning. And I bought that because of I can't remember his name now, but anyway, I was watching him gold panning all the time and his videos. I kept commenting. I thought, yeah, I want to have a go at that. And it was to look for gold at the side of rivers. I don't know if you know, but somebody in the last few days, I believe, has just found a Henry VIII sculpture thing that goes on a crown. It's worth £2 million. So that'd be nice to find, wouldn't it? Let's have a look. Keith Smith, transit camper van. Chunky Monkeys, weather crap for fields. Maybe even chip in and push that, get stuck low. Kelly said she will cook for everyone. Yeah, that'd be good. You probably will all get stuck in the field, yeah. Happy haircut. I know, yeah, I needed it. I bought that thing about 6 weeks ago and I've been asking her for weeks to cut my hair. Believe it or not, Chris, sea fishing, right? I went sea fishing at about 14 years of age. I didn't have any equipment. I just knew that all my mates were going and they were drinking all night. And that was the sea fishing we did. We went home. We probably left the rods at the side of the thing, you know. But Morecambe had a load of shelters in them days, didn't it? They've all been removed now. But Crafty Caravanners, you're a natural at this live stuff. Well, what can you do? If nobody comments, you lose things to say. You don't know what to say anymore. And what I didn't want to do was get a load of questions first. I wanted the questions to come on here rather than, you know, on my phone. Matt Mangan, hi up, Simon. Any ideas for your next cooking video? Obviously, I told you I just ran out of gas, so that's why I've not done any cooking in the van. But yeah, we can start doing some cooking now. Captain Fantastic, I do my own haircuts. Number 3 all round, no bother. Yeah, why not? Well, that's what that is. That's a number 3, 0.5 on sides, and Sue tried to trim it in a bit, and I thought that's great. That'll do. Going to take Buddy for a walk. No problem, Manchester van life. Nice to see you. Thanks for coming in as well. I'm trying to stay safe as I can be. Hi, Smithy, can you get Sue in? I don't know why. I asked Sue to come in this live with me. She's watching, so I don't know why she can't come in. Maybe get a Kontiki cookbook going. Yeah, why not? Smithy's Kontiki's cookbook. Yeah, it'd be good, that, wouldn't it? Thing is, I like to look on YouTube, right? Because I watch all sorts of me during the day, and I find all these interesting stuff at cooking, like that potato with cheese in with bacon wrapped around it. And I thought, I'm going to do that in van. So that's why I do it. Leon did my hair, grade 8 all over. Yeah, why not? You've always done it. But they once sold that thing, didn't they? You put on your head and it was round and you could do your own hair, you know. I can't remember what it was called. Sarah saying hi to you, Sue. Do you use an awning? I use the awning I've got, yeah, but only in the daytime. I've never left it out overnight because you never know what the weather's going to be. And I live in Lancashire, as you know, so it's... Hang on. Who's that? I'm here. You have to sit at this side.
Hi, everyone.
There's a visitor.
I heard my name, so I thought I'd come and say hi.
Well, exactly.
Hi, Sarah.
There you go. Hey,
hi.
We've had a guest appearance. Well, that was short and sweet, wasn't it? Are you making a brew, love?
I thought you was.
I'll come on live on here. Here, the cup's here, love.
Yeah, then.
Oh, thank you. Are you joking?
You might get it in about 3 hours.
Oh, God. Hey, Susie's going to make me a brew. First one ever.
Cheeky soul.
Everybody's saying hello, Susie.
Hi.
Uh,
Can't find handle.
for what?
No.
Can you see it? Oh. Slam the door, so you're all right. I know, yeah. To be fair to Sue, though, she's always at work all the time, so that's why she's not in a lot of videos. And when she gets home from work, you're knackered, aren't you? Because Sue's one that manages, right? So she's not only doing her job, she's doing everybody else's job, and she's helping everybody else at the same time. So she'll go and do a job, and if she sees somebody in between that needs help, she'll go and help them. Then she'll do somebody else's help and help that, and then eventually she'll get round to her own job. So she's absolutely knackered when she comes home. So she's like that. And then sometimes she'll come home and start decorating. Crackers. But she's like me, she's got to keep busy. But Sue's busy, he's cleaning and decorating and painting and, you know. Well worth a visit from royalty. She's the best I know, yeah. Well, we've been married a long time, me and Sue, over 30 years. She's coming back in a bit. She's got to bring me a brew, hasn't she? How's your mate doing? Flash out with his van build. He does put pictures on Facebook now and again. I don't know if you all know this, right? We've got 60 people in this live, so thank you to every single one of you. We have a Facebook group. The link is in the description, and you know he puts it in there of his van builds now and again. Well, how it's going. I'm not allowed to go to his house and video it, or else I would do. But it's not fair to go and do that and then expect everybody else to think, well, I've got to stay in and be locked down. I'm doing what you're doing. I'm as locked down as everybody, so that's why I don't go. You know, it's not fair. I will try and give him a GoPro, and you know, I messaged him. I said, I'll give you a GoPro, I'll show you how to work it, and you just pick it up from doorstep. Off you go, and I'll get it whenever. But we'll see how it goes. Peter Ryder, I'm doing all right, buddy. Me and Mal done 36 years together. There you go. You see, you met the right one the first time. That's what it means. The grass is never greener anywhere else, let me tell you. Sue, I'll have what, 5 sugars? Bruce here.
Yeah.
Bring it here, Sue.
Yeah.
What?
It's right there, look.
Well, people wanted to see you on here. Answer a couple of questions. Quick, ask Susie a question. Sit next to me.
Real, because Mum's there.
Come on, love. There's Susie. Ask her a question. We have thoughts of buying a drive-away bell tent as the awning. I haven't got any of that. Mine is attached to the van. What a gem bringing me a brew. Have you got any plans for suzerainty? I don't know what that means. Do you? No? You haven't got your glasses on, you can't even read it.
No, you're reading it for me.
What does any of them say so? She's not glasses on. The real talent is here now, look. How do you put up with me? Another one, how do you put up with me?
I blank him.
What's it like, Sue, having a YouTube famous hubby?
He does me head in.
I do her head in.
Bye.
Thanks for the chat. Got to go. Good night, all. Hey, Crafty Caravanners, thank you. I saw that Gretna Green Battle Bridge Inn. Is it? Where we at? Well, you love that place. Yeah, I did. I loved it there. When I was there was a French fella there, right? And he parked near me, and I said, "What do I do? Because I'm not a member of this." You know, you buy a book, don't you? And you can park in all these spots. Oh, I'll just go and tell the landlord you're fine. Have something to eat, you'll be fine. What I actually did, I'll just tell you a little story. Don't forget, if I tell it you again, just say, yeah, it's good that. Because I forget. What happened was, Susie gave me a tenner, right? Well, I already had 20 quid. So I went in the bar and there was only him there. So me and him were watching England play. Anyway, I was having that many pints and he bought me a load of beer as well. I thought, oh God. And I was trying to make it from the van from the pub to the van, right? And I had it in my mind, all I have to do is open the door, walk in. Hiya, love, would you like a brew? That's what I had in my mind, right? So I'm walking back to the van. I opened the door and fell in. So I gave the game away immediately. Good. I fell in. I've missed a lot of comments now. Yeah, so I fell in the van. So she knew instantly that I'd had more than a tenner. Tell Sue she needs to come and decorate. Well, there you go, Sarah. Yeah, I'm sure she will. Where we at? Sue, what's Simon's most annoying habit? Well, I can tell you that. It's eating crisps. She hates it. She can't stand the sound of crisps being eaten, right? So I get crisps and I go, you know, as much noise as possible. I do it on purpose. Hi, Susie. Good job on the tiles. Yeah, I like them. She did well. You can see them as well from here, can't you? Where are they? I can't tell. It's wrong way around, isn't it? There. Tiles. Susie, how many torches Smithy got? I've probably got one in every cupboard and drawer, to be fair. And Chunky Monkey's got me one as well. What's that flashing thing behind? That there is it's what do you call it? A Volkswagen camper. My Sarah and Tony got it for Christmas. Can you see? It's just I just have it plugged into a power bank, and you can choose all different colours. You don't have to have it flashing. Or you can set it on one colour. I usually have it on here where the laptop is, but because I've got the laptop here, I've got the candles burning there, the caps there with Camper Van Gaz's badge, and that's flashing on there. Blake's volunteer. Buy again, so no, buy again. Yes, well, she's gone now. What a shame. What's your plans after lockdown if it ever comes? Do you know what? We're all going to be too old by the time we're allowed out, aren't we? I know we've got to get away, haven't we? That's the main thing we've got to do is get away somewhere. I think what we should do is arrange a meet-up somewhere. Just say, right, let's go and, let's go in the Lake District to park up somewhere overnight or whatever. When are you going to show your metal detecting finds? I showed the whole case. I've put it away now, but yeah, I've put the video on what I found metal detecting. Obviously, we're going to find more stuff metal detecting because when we're allowed out, we'll go doing it again. I don't know if you saw the drone flight I did over a bit of a beach. I'm going to detect that beach. I have been there before and found stuff. Hitch up and toe, got to go. Great live. No problem. Thanks for turning up. Brit Stops. That's the book I was thinking about. Brick Stops. I don't have the book of Brit Stops. I've just sort of turned up before and said to land, are we all right to stay? And they've all said, yeah, no problem. Spend a few quid in the pub, and that's what we've done. I would imagine there is a few that will say, well, no, you need the book or whatever, but I've never come across it. But, I would buy the book if it came to it. I'm not against that. Chris Power, very true. Shutting down, mate. A messenger chat is calling me, taking me away. Love of caravans. No problem. It's nice of all these people to come in anyway. Search for sites. I've got it on my phone. That's what I use. That's how I found Metal Bridge Inn. We've got 60 people in. Well, we've gone 38 minutes, so we'll go to 50 and then we'll call it a night. Camper Van Gaz. I've just been showing everybody your badge. Camper Van Gaz's badge. This is my metal detecting hat, right? We're allowed out. And I said to Gaz, I want a badge for it. So he gave me a badge. He's just built a shower, by the way. He's Gaz inside his van. Captain Fantastic. I haven't got the Britstuts book. I think is it £20 for a year, and they send you the whole book, and in the book it tells you everywhere you can stay. Keith Smith, I'm Smithy, no Kontiki from Slime. We bought our transit camper van 2 days ago. Any good apps for wild camping? Exactly what they've just said is search for sites. Most of these outlying pubs that have got a car park, I found this when I had a caravan. You can drive past a pub and nip in and have something to eat and say, can I stop overnight? And they'll let you in a caravan, especially where I am, North Lancashire in Cumbria. Some of the pubs in the middle of nowhere. Camper van guys, good lad. Oh, £30 last year, right? Yeah, I don't buy it, to be fair. So I weren't sure. I'm just as happy parking up. I mean, we went to the east coast of Scotland. We went to a place called Eyemouth, and was it Eyemouth? We saw what's it's in the sea lion. Is it a sea lion or whatever you call it in the harbour? And then out from there was a lay-by, separate from the traffic. So I like them when there's an island between you parked up and the traffic. So we stayed there overnight. Police came past us at night. Nobody bothered us. It even had toilets there, so I managed to empty the, the loo thing. So, Vicky Colfer, your granddaughter Lisa said she can't wait to come do lives with you. Well, exactly. You can come and do a live with me when you're allowed. At the minute, we're not allowed at the minute, but yeah, no problem. I've said that they should have heirs in Britain. The problem with Britain and having heirs, right, is that some people would take over them in the caravans and things like that and just take the mickey. That's maybe why they don't have them. I don't know. But yeah, I think they should have them. I think now that camper vans are being sold all over the country, the price of these vans has gone through the roof. Believe me. There's a guy in Morecambe selling camper vans, and he's trying to get all. He can't even buy them to sell. They're going through the roof. So it shows you. And one of the holiday parks I know of, they've sold out all year. They've no room. So if you ring them up, you can't stay there because there's no room. So the holidays in Britain this year is all the money is going to be spent in Britain. And I'll tell you what was funny today. I've been to my mother's. I was driving back, and I can drive down Promenade, you see, coming back. Packed. Absolutely. Like going back to Morecambe in the 70s. I thought, there's nothing open. Everything's locked down, and it's packed out. And yet 2 years ago, when everything's open, there's nobody there. But my uncle, I was talking to him because he'd had an accident a few weeks ago. And my uncle, he was buying and selling houses all the time. And he talks to this estate agent all the time. And because of this film, The Bay 2 and The Bay 1, the series, they've had that many people interested in buying property in Morecambe and the surrounding area that, they're struggling. I think when people are locked down in a city and you realise what city life is, and if you're locked down in a tower block and you can walk out and you can only go in within your city and you can't go into countryside, that must be miserable. I don't know if any people there have been to Leeds lately, because I dropped Callum off at his army base. Leeds, I'm not being funny, it looks like New York. It absolutely looks like New York. Some of them, I've never been in buildings as big as that. It looks ridiculous, Leeds. It's like that film, The Time Machine, and it flashes in front of your eyes, and all of a sudden there's skyscrapers everywhere. That's Leeds. It's ridiculous. And I didn't know 1.7 million people lived in Leeds either. Right, let's go back, 'cause I've missed loads of these now. How many camper vans do you think can fit in that small car park with the brick burger hut? I would imagine, right, where I park about 8, the other side, they have a lay-by as well. You could probably, I think you could get 30 easy there. Easily. And it's got toilets, it's got recycling, it's got the burger place, it's got everything. Everything you could wish for. It's got chairs out for picnicking, it's got open pits where you can have a fire. I've called it a 5-star park up. You can have everything there. Where are we at? Have you ever stayed overnight at the Tan Hill? Is that the one like Britain's highest pub or whatever? Or further up into Cumbria? I haven't, but I've watched other videos of people that have, I think. I think they were off-roaders, weren't they? In Land Rovers, I think. I always had 4x4s, mate, because, like Defenders and all that, because I had a caravan all the time, and it was the biggest caravans you can get on 2 wheels rather than having 4 wheels, is what I had. Simon, I've tried looking for those tiles. Cannot get any. They have got them at Pound Shop again, because me and Sue went about a week ago, and I said, "Oh, they got you," and they have different ones this time. It's just trial and error, innit? I think when they get them in, they sell out because they're only £1, so you've got to get them when they're there, or just keep going. I missed that bit of conversation, Gaz. Would you mind if we knock on and say hi after lockdown? I don't mind at all. We come to Morecambe often when we're allowed. I don't mind talk. I've said before, I'll talk to absolutely anybody. I don't care who it is. I talk to anybody. I've been a taxi driver for 20 odd years. You learn to put people at ease by talking, and it's the easiest way of doing it. We will have to all park outside my house. Again. There is a good campsite at Benderlock, 8 miles before Auburn, and it has a shop and camping. That'd be great. I bet there's some nice rivers up there as well. We could go gold panning and all sorts. Remember, though, if you ever get a metal detector, Britain did not have a banking system years ago. So if you had any wealth, you buried it. You buried it before you went into a town, and then you went into the town. But if you got done in the town, it's still there. And if somebody was attacking the local church and they buried their silver, it's still there. That's the idea of metal detecting. I don't have a problem with Southerners. I've got family in London, believe it or not, in Bedford. My mum's brother was conscripted in the army, so he went to Bedford, stationed there, lived there the rest of his life. He had 2 sons and a daughter. One was a policeman. I'm not sure what the others did, but and then my mother, because she was left on her own with her father, she came to Morecambe at 15 and stayed ever since. For me, right, I don't care where you live, whether you're Irish, English, Scotch, or what. We're just people, aren't we? We're all the same. Doesn't matter what, YouTube put subtitles on my videos. Yeah. It's right next to a lock. That'd be ideal. Take me kayak as well. I'm going to put a box on the back of my van because I'm going to put the bike rack down and it'll hold a box. So that's going to be all the outdoor cooking stuff, the gold pannies, everything in that box. It's an old army box, big army. It's I don't know if you can see. It's a big box I've got. Sorry, I'm late on arrival. That's all right, Ken. Better late than never. We parked in Morecambe back in the summer. I watched your video on the way to Scotland. We looked out for your Kontiki. Would have been funny parked up. Well, yeah, because you've got exactly the same van as me. I'm from East Grinstead. Hello to East Grinstead. We should all organise a trip to France. I've been all over France, mate. I've done the World War I battle sites. I've done the World War II battle sites. Me and Sue, we've been caravanning at, where do we go? Just on the Belgian border. Gravelines, is it? And then drove into France, into Paris. Drove into France. We were already in France. We drove into Paris. And then I've took the kids to France many times. I'm off, Smithy. Stay safe. No problem. You stay safe and be very lucky. Was it your van in the bay? I don't know. I've been watching to see if I could see my van. Hello from Leeds. Leeds is like New York now. I've just been talking about Leeds. It's absolutely enormous, Leeds. Leeds is where the money is of Yorkshire. If you want to know what Leeds is all about, that's where Yorkshire's money is. It's in Leeds. That's why there's so many banks. The Halifax, the Bradford and Bingley and everything else is all Yorkshire. What sort of bike rack is it? Is it a flammer, or what do we call it? Because I put the new ends on, didn't I? Because the caps were getting old, so I bought new ones and put them on. I don't have a tow bar. We're thinking of getting a bike rack for dual purpose. Well, that's, my bike rack, if I pull the thing down, you'd have to then put your sign on the back that's got the chevrons on and the lights. They don't light up, they're like reflectors, aren't they? Just to let people know that your van is longer than it should be. But yeah, I'd have a box on there. I'd fasten the box down and then I can put a padlock on the, it's an army box, so I can put a padlock on it. We went to Normandy beaches 2 years ago. It's funny, because when I went to Normandy, right, we went from Portsmouth to Cairn. Cairn is where Pegasus Bridge is. So I obviously started at Pegasus Bridge and then we did the 50-mile tour. But I actually talked to an American soldier in a wheelchair at Omaha Beach. And he said to me, do you know what? He said, I'll tell you what liars them in charge are, no matter what country you're from. In America, most of the soldiers that were fighting in Normandy were all farmers. They never left the town they lived in. They just wanted to fight. Well, I would want to fight, yeah, for freedom, against the Nazis anyway. So they came training in America for 6 weeks, came to England and sent to the Normandy beaches. Before they got there, they were told, don't worry, the people you're fighting are all young boys and old men. Let's consider 2 things, right? Old German men were all World War I veterans. That's who the old men were. And all the young boys that were 17, 18 were indoctrinated for 10 years under their regime and trained to do what they were doing. So they were fighting the most trained army going. It was a good job the Russians were fighting the Germans at the same time, or else we would not have won that war. It's been proved that without the Russians, we'd have lost because we couldn't fight the Japanese at the same time. Anyway, so yeah, that's what he told me. He said we felt lied to. After the war, we all realised that we were lied to. We were fighting old men and boys. The old men were all World War I veterans that knew exactly what to do. And he said, and all the young boys that were 17 and 18, they'd been indoctrinated for years by their governments. We had 6 weeks training. That's what he said to me. Anyway, Mark Mangan, I hope, Simon, Leeds, you can tell me where all this is. Money you mentioned, I'm skint. Well, somebody's got something. It looks amazing, does Leeds? There is a couple of vans. Chris parked in Morecambe all the time on Promenade. I'm sure they just live in them. We did Flanders, World War I sites. Now, when we went to France, right, it was my Uncle Ken and Sheila. I took my mother-in-law, and me and Sue. So we're following in 2 cars. We're in this pub. We were staying. Where was it? It was somewhere near Mont Saint Michel. And Ken said, go and ask the woman what time pub shuts. So I went out. I said, what time you close the pub? We close, monsieur, when you go home. I said, you know, that is my type of pub. Anyway, I said to Ken, I said, they're closing when we go home. He said, oh, great. So we were there all night. And as you do when you're about 40 and you know, you don't know what you're doing, your campsite's a mile up the road and yet your car's outside the pub and you're in the middle of nowhere. So he jumped in his car and I jumped in mine. And I'm following his red lights, right? And I said to Sue, I said, this is not a good road that we're on, Sue. Ken had gone in a field and I followed him. Which is what English people do when they're on holiday at 40. Yeah, so he drove in a field and I followed him. We had to get a farmer to pull us out next day. Good. Shanice Lowery, Anthony said he's a bit more done in the van and he can't wait to catch up with you. Yeah, good. You should send me some more pictures and I'll stick them on. I'll do a video of, you know, a photographic video, if you will, because people are interested in his van. So there you are. Anthony's partner's mentioned there. He'll do his van. Right, we're going to go shortly because we've been on, I don't know how long we've been on, 52 minutes. Hello from the Isle of Wight. My Uncle Barry always goes to the Isle of Wight. He won't go anywhere else. He emigrated to Australia for a tenner in the 60s and then came back after 5 years. And the only place he goes now is the Isle of Wight. I've enjoyed all your videos, Smithy. They've kept me sane. Me too. You know, that's what I do it for. Hi from Wakefield. Lorraine. Does your van have a name? Yeah, it's a Kontiki. So it's mine. So I call it Smithy's Kontiki. But yeah, I did think about a name and I put it on Facebook ages ago. Should we have a name for the van? I got all these names. I thought, you know what, just call it Smithy's Kontiki. It's my name, innit? If no one complies with the lockdown, freedom is dead. Oh yeah, you've got to comply, haven't you? You've got to do as you're told. Simon, have you ever been to the Dordogne in France? I'm not sure. I've been all over in France, me and Sue, to be fair. But France is a very, very big country as well. My Simon proposed to Vicky on the Eiffel Tower. I remember Vicky saying to me, there was Tony and Sarah there as well, like kids, and they said, how do you know your way around on underground? I said, well, it's a case of having to just work it out. It's not difficult. Well, it's like you live here. No, I don't need to live anywhere. I can find my way around. Do you get any funny looks when you're driving your motorhome around the country? We have a little pilot to take out 2 women. You got fined for driving 5 miles. Well, funny enough, I've just done a video of filling my safe fill gas bottle up, but I went in my car rather than the van. So I did take my van up the bypass and then to Asda because I was going to Asda. But I thought I'll go up the bypass, give it a good run, and then go to Asda, which is what I did. And that's what I wanted to do. But no, you can't drive it about, can you, to be fair? If you go anywhere, you are going to get pulled up, aren't you? That's the problem. Let's have a look. Which pilot have you got? Perfect. Thanks, Smithy. It's been a good evening. Hey, no problem. Howard and Joanne. Right, Smithy, great live, but gotta go. No problem. Thanks for turning up. Master Paul. I don't know what that is. Night Captain. Camperman. Good night, Simon. Been great being on. Take care, mate. Night Captain. We love our pilot. Great older van. What was the van I had? Mine and Sue's first camper van was a high top Talbot, believe it or not. And I think the high top was a fiberglass thing on the top, wasn't it? That was what I had. My uncle had the low one. The same one, but the lower one. I think you folded a piece of thing out for the double bed at the top. Keep up the YouTube. It's a great interaction between us all. Well, that's why I do it. And that's why I thought, go live, get the questions live, and I'm interacting properly how it should be. Same time every week. No, once a month, end of the month, ask the Kontiki. Doesn't mean that I won't do a live between then, but it'd be a different live rather than ask the Kontiki, you know. I just thought that ask the Kontiki was just a way of interacting with people that actually watch my videos. Has anybody got any questions? Well, am I answering them? And I thought, well, just put them in a video and answer it that way. But because we're not allowed out, I thought, well, I'll just go live. We had a Talbot, there you are. My first ever vehicle to go away in was a trailer tent, me and Sue. We took that to France as well. We stayed at on the outskirts of Paris, a place called Les Isles-Adam. And I don't know if I had, I mean, my Simon, Tony and John, they were only very young then. But I drove from Morecambe to France. The only break I had was up ferry. You know what kids are like, they want to get where you're going, don't they? It had done 200,000 miles. That's nothing to what Lancaster and Morecambe taxis have done, I'll tell you. Keep it real. Right, I hope you've enjoyed it. I'm going to go. My throat's hurting a bit, but I had some supplies ready. I nicked some of Brenda's water, right, and I've got a coffee off Sue, so that was good. So I'm glad you all asked for Sue to come in because she did. Good. Yeah, but I've really enjoyed it. I've enjoyed reading your comments, and I've enjoyed just making a fool of myself. Yeah, who cares? What else are you going to do? The only thing now is I've got to unplug the van, wrap all the wire up, put it away. I've got to drive the van round the block and get it out and face it the right way, because otherwise I'll get fined by the police, unless I've got a ticket on the front already. I don't know if you can see that. I'll just show you. If you look at the front of my van now, right, I don't know if you can see it, but there's a blue blanket there that goes from the cab bed over the front. The reason I've got that there, I flick it up in the daytime, but when you're driving, if you put the heater on, it makes no difference. You can't feel it. With that there, you can heat the front of the cab up from the cab's heater. And if you sat in the back here and you've got that there, you're not heating a useless space up. So that's why that's there. So that's a good thing for you in winter. See you later, guys. Look out for my new transit camper van. We will wave like they do in ski. I wave to all sorts, me. I wave to everybody. I don't care whether you're in a camper, whatever, I just wave. You know, some wave back, some don't. Right, so I hope you've enjoyed it. I'm going to definitely go now. Right, so my next video will be out about Tuesday. I think you should do a live after a few beers. I totally agree. I might do that, you know. Good. Right, I'm going to go, definitely. Hey, thank you for everybody for coming in. It's been good. I've enjoyed myself. I've passed time on. Susie's been in. She's even made me a brew. That's a first. And you know my old motto, stay safe, be lucky, and Smithy and his Kontiki is going to see you again. See you later. Bye, everybody.